Hello, this is Sarah Brash. Welcome back to my channel. Please, before I get started, I just want to say I was just crying from the last video, tears falling from my eye. Before I get started, I just want to say please donate to my legal fund. I will have all of my fundraising links below. My wonderful attorneys at Randazza are going to be back in court next month, September 2022, and they're going to be fighting to restore due process and equal protection at Yale. And also, I just want to say, also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please like my videos, comment on my videos, share my videos. It would mean the absolute world to me. So I just want to talk about how it seems very likely, and a couple days ago it was the subject of much discussion. It seems very likely that the Supreme Court is going to axe affirmative action. They're going to get rid of it. They're going to get rid of affirmative action. And I think, if I remember correctly, they have oral arguments or something, or they're, I can't remember exactly what's happening in October, but the decision will be published in October. The ruling, I can't remember exactly, but anyway, it seems very likely that the Supreme Court, SCOTUS, is going to get rid of affirmative action. And I think that this is a very good thing. And as I always used to support affirmative action when I was thinking that it was the way that it was being advertised, which is that, race is just being considered in, like, say, college admissions, just as one, element of diversity amongst many others, including like socioeconomic diversity, religious diversity, age diversity, gender diversity, sexual orientation diversity, just all, these different like aspects of life experience that someone might have, and that race is just one element. But I think it's very clear, I think it's been made very clear that this is not what is happening, and that, just like I have said, that I think, that my former advisor in the Yale Law School, one of the co-directors along with Tracy Mears of the Justice Collaboratory in Yale Law School, Tom Tyler, who's a social psychologist, and I was his social psych PhD student, and at a Justice Collaboratory dinner in April 2018, he admitted that Yale admissions just grossly violates Title VI of the Federal Civil Rights Act, and that, that he basically said that, he said things, as I've made clear, he said things about the academic preparedness of Black students that would make Amy Wax at UPenn Law blush. And that's absolutely true, and he said it at this Justice Collaboratory dinner. And basically he said that the reason why, when you see a student, a high school student, that has been, accepted to all of the Ivies, it's always a Black student. And he said the reason why is because there are almost no U.S. Black high school students who are academically prepared to go to any college or university in the U.S., let alone an institution like Yale. So if there is someone who's even nominally academically prepared to attend, university or college, then all of the Ivy Leagues will do literally anything to accept and to enroll those students, which is clearly him saying that Yale admissions grossly violates Title VI and the Supreme Court, existing extant Supreme Court jurisprudence on the subject of affirmative action, because that is not what was supposed to have been happening, where it's like race is the conclusive exclusive factor being considered in admissions that just overwhelmingly outweighs any other consideration, and that is a gross violation of Title VI. And so he admitted this, and I think that his assessment of what is happening in Yale admissions is correct. And I think that's what's happening basically across the board in U.S. college admissions, that it's all a gross violation of Title VI. And so I think that because it doesn't seem that the woke, administrations of colleges and universities in the U.S. are able to, control themselves and stop themselves from, grossly violating the Federal Civil Rights Act. So I think that in that case, we need to get rid of affirmative action, and I think the Supreme Court ruling is the correct one. So what was interesting about the discussion and all of the tumult on social media, especially on Twitter, is because and Oliver Traldi, who is just a wonderful person, and I believe he's still a PhD student in philosophy, and I hate Arc Digital, but he writes for Arc Digital, and he's a wonderful writer. And so he was commenting on this discussion that the Supreme Court it seems likely that they're going to get rid of affirmative action. And he said he was just blown away by the vitriol and the hate and all of the bigoted comments and just all of the accusations being hurled at white women. And that just white women were being blamed for everything. White women were being blamed for the Supreme Court getting rid of affirmative action. And he just said that he didn't realize that it was like open season on white women. And I basically responded and I said, oh yeah. I love Oliver Traldi. I absolutely love and adore him. But I basically just kind of said, if you didn't realize that it was open season on white women, you have not been paying attention. You've not been paying attention, okay? And I said, well, put it this way. The Democrats promulgated grossly unconstitutional Karen Acts in state and municipal legislatures across the U.S. following, the Living While Black race hoax, the Great Racism Scare of 2018 to now, and no one batted an eye. No one batted an eye. And, I basically said, look, I was basically the only person screaming from the rooftops that this is a brazen new form of hate crime legislation, that they don't even pretend that they're not trying to violate the U.S. Constitution in a number of respects. And, and so there's so much more to be said about that. I've made a lot of videos about that, not just about the Karen Acts, but just about, how Living While Black was destroyed by woke KKK monsters who turned it into a race hoax and a blood sport to demonize and target white women, myself included, during the witch hunt at Yale, after the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale. And that's basically what I wanted to say, is that I think it's a good thing that we're getting rid of affirmative action, and no one should be surprised at the vitriol being hurled at white women. It is open season on white women. And there's just so many examples of that. But I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But I love you all so much, and I will have all my fundraising links below. And please donate to my legal fund. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would mean the absolute world to me. Okay, take care. Have a great night. I'll talk to you all soon.